Hey guys, my name's Andrew Miley with Soundz Recording. Hopefully by now you guys watched a few of my videos already. If not, I'm recording these free tutorials here for you guys. But they started out in no particular order. But right now I'm in the middle of putting together some quick videos, and I'll be putting this in a whole series of videos, so you'll be able to go and check out a playlist and be able to get to what you're looking for right away. But anyway, in this video I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about your song preferences. The audio page and the song setup and the audio setup. So I've been in the preference box for last couple videos lately, so that's where we're gonna head right now. So hit your keyboard shortcut Command comma when you're on your start page. Okay, last video I made was about the VST plugins. So I touched base on the audio setup tab in one of my videos. I think it was the preferences and manual. I'm gonna go over it real quickly. I'm not really sure what was in the other video, if it was in more depth or not, but you should be able to get the gist with what I'm about to tell you with this. But I really want to show you some other things too as well in this video and keep it nice and short for you. So anyway, this is the audio setup tab here. This is where you configure your audio interface when you're first starting Studio One and you can't get any sound or anything like this. Or if you already been in Studio One and for some reason you're not getting any sound, maybe you restarted your computer or something, or you rebooted it, and you just might have to reconfigure your interface. So this is where you would do that. You would just come in here and you choose your interface. I'm using the 22 VSL right now. I'm on a laptop. Nice and portable for me. That's pretty much all I need right now at the moment. Anyway, yeah, so you choose your interface here, boom, and that will configure your interface so you'll be able to get sounds. Now, the device block size, this is your samples here, and I think I briefly touched base on this a little bit in the other video, but it's gonna vary depending on your computer. Mine goes from 32 all the way up to 4096. And an important tip I wanted to tell you guys is when you are recording, you want to record in lower samples, okay, for less latency. Did you see that I moved my arrow and it didn't follow me for a couple seconds? There was a delay. That's called latency. So when you're recording anything, you want to record in lower samples, okay? Now when you're putting effects and when you're in the mixing stage, you want to bump this up, as high as you can, and this will allow your computer to handle all the plugins that you're applying to each track. Okay, so that's your block size, and that's an important tip for you guys. Process precision, 32-bit, 64-bit. I just keep it on 64-bit. Enable multiprocessing. This enables your CPU cores. You can have it, not as many, or you can have all of them. I just keep them all checked so that I am getting, everything working on Studio One. Input latency. If you didn't notice when I was changing the samples, your latency will change. So the lower you go, the less latency you is. So you hear. So that means for me talking into a microphone, and by the time it goes in Studio One and out, that's your latency. And you can read that down here. So that is the reader for your input. This is your output latency. Here's your sample rate and your bit depth. Now you're asking me probably, why can't I change the sample rate and bit depth? Well, that's pretty much why I made this video, is because Studio One Studio One actually does all that song by a song-to-song basis. So what I mean by that is it's pretty cool. Is let me just exit out of this. If you actually go into a song, let me just pull up a song that I'm working on here. Now, when you're in this window here, this is the arranger, and you have a song pulled up, and now you hit Command comma, you're gonna get the same window, but you're gonna get this extra box here. This is song setup. Okay, this is your meta information. This is your routing for a song-to-song basis. So now when you change this, it's changing it for the song, and I don't think there's any really necessary reason for you to come in and change this really, unless you're you might have to, depending on what kind of music production you do. But if you don't know where whatever it is you're looking for and it has to do with this, this would be the window you would want to go to. So anyway, on a song-to-song basis, you can come in here and you can change your sample rate, which is 44.1 kilohertz is CD quality. I just leave that on 44.1. Resolution, 24-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit float. I just leave that at 24. You can even change your frame rate if you're doing some movie stuff. Up in here, I haven't got to play with that yet. Display offset, don't even touch it. I don't even touch it. Time base, I usually change this within Studio One. I don't really change this. I usually change it inside Studio One as needed, and switch it back. Not a big deal. Song start, song end. I don't think you really need to touch this either. And you can enter the creator. Well, this is already entered for you, determined by, I guess, setting up Studio One or this meta information. So these two boxes down here are really important. Real quick, stretch audio files to song tempo. I have this checked, but just recently I keep it unchecked, and I should probably keep it unchecked. And depending on, like I said, what kind of recording and stuff you do, it will determine whether or not this is checked or not. But what this does is allows you to, if you're doing a lot of loop production and you're dragging and dropping inside of Studio One a lot of loops and stuff, it will stretch the audio file for you. If, say, you have a BPM of 120 and this loop is 118, obviously it's not going to line up, to your downbeats, and it's going to be offbeat. So Studio One will automatically stretch them out for you to line up the transients and be on time with your song. Now, it could alter the sound a little bit. I've heard, and it's different with all types of files. But so that's what that does. Now you can keep it unchecked, and when you drag it in, it won't stretch it, and you can do some editing and stuff like that yourself to make it sound the way you want. So just be aware of that. And this box, include effects when updating mastering file. It pretty much exactly what that says. So that's what that is. Come over here to meta information. This is pretty much self-explanatory. I'm not going to go through it for you. This is where you enter all your meta information. So when you bounce this song out, it's all included already. So if you're selling music on iTunes or something like that, or whatever, you have this stuff filled out. It will recognize it, and it will be pre-filled in other websites for you. You can actually have this page pop up when the song opens if you would like, by checking and unchecking that. You can also show copyright notice as well. Do you want to apply changes? No, I do not. The last tab here, this is for your routing. I'll probably make another video about the routing down the road. It's not a really good demonstration. I only have a 22 VSL. That's 2 inputs, 2 outputs, but you can probably get the idea. It automatically makes a left and right stereo output, or I mean input. I have a left input and a right input, and you can change these. This M stands for mono, so there's a mono left, mono right, and then your stereo. Outputs, I have, line out 1, line out 2, and they're going to my main speakers. So, and you can add them down here, add mono, add stereo, so forth and so forth. So that's the video, and hopefully you guys learned something, and hopefully you guys can use it in Studio One. So please subscribe and make sure you check out my next video. Alright, I will see you there. I will see you there, I think.